General workers at Postmasburg Hospital have taken to the streets protesting what they described as unfair and unsustainable working conditions. Many of these workers say they have been employed for up to 15 years, yet remain on temporary contracts earning just 3,500 Rand per month. They claim they receive only 12 days of leave per year with no benefits and no pension. These workers are employed through a non-profit organization contracted by the Department of Health, raising serious questions about labor practices and accountability.
Good morning, the people of the community of Postmasburg at large. We're speaking from the hospital gates here at Postmasburg Hospital. We are actually disgruntled. The problems we're having comes a long way. Some of us have been employed for more than 13 years and nothing is happening with the same stipend. The last time the stipend was adjusted was in 2013. So we are fighting over a lot of things. One of my comrades will come and attest of what I've spoken of, because I'm not at the right place now to say anything, because some of the things I don't know. I'm the one who came the latest. So we are disgruntled of the stipends. We have families to support, we have insurances to pay, we have children who are going to school, but we are still receiving the 3.5, and we can't even complain, because when you complain you become the target. Every time you complain you become the target. I can attest to that as well. What else?
While the union has acknowledged the protest, it has placed strict conditions on the action. Workers are required to sign attendance registers daily and may only protest between 8 until 10 in the morning. However, during Horizon Media's visit, protests continued beyond the agreed time, and some workers had not signed their registers, putting them at risk of being marked absent. Hospital management says it respects the right to protest, but insists services must not be disrupted to the people of Postmasburg. This protest is part of a growing wave of frustration in Chansabani, where communities are demanding real change. As the provincial government continues to promise economic growth and job creation on paper, these workers are asking a simple question: when will that promises become a reality? At the moment, health workers attached to Postmasburg Hospital are not healthy. This community news was brought to you by Rescue One Services in Postmasburg.
Still in Postmasburg. Tensions are escalating in Tsansabani following conflicting statements between the Office of the Mayor and the Tsansabani Unemployment and Business Forum, known as TUBF, over recruitment processes linked to Transnet. The controversy comes after allegations that job applications were being centralized through the Mayor's office, raising serious concerns about transparency and fairness in access to employment opportunities. In response, the Office of the Mayor has firmly denied any wrongdoing. According to the official statement, recruitment remains solely the responsibility of Transnet, governed by its internal policies and national legislation. The Mayor's office says its role was limited to facilitation, ensuring that local young people are informed about opportunities and that their details could be consolidated to advocate for local inclusion. The office further emphasized that this was never intended to interfere with or replace Transnet's formal recruitment processes, and reiterated its commitment to transparency and lawful governance. But TUBF tells a very different story. In a strongly worded letter dated the 13th of April, the organization expressed what it calls total dismay at the mayor's statement. TUBF alleges that unemployed residents have not been prioritized during the current council's term and claims that Transnet was instructed to direct job applications to the mayor's office, with indications that no other recruitment process would be recognized. The forum argues that this undermines transparency and excludes broader community participation. TUBF has also criticized what it sees as attempts to discredit its role, stating that it exists to advance the interests of unemployed residents and to engage stakeholders in creating real opportunities. The organization has called on the mayor and political leadership to stop what it describes as playing politics with the lives of unemployed masses and instead focus on addressing pressing service delivery challenges. This dispute unfolds against the backdrop of rising unemployment in Sansabani, where frustration among young people continues to grow. Recent protests have highlighted the urgent need for fair, transparent, and accessible job opportunities, particularly in communities where unemployment remains critically high and mines strive on once-off handouts and ineffective enterprise development programs to balance their reports to the Department of Minerals and Energy. While both sides have called for engagement, the situation points to a deeper issue, a growing lack of trust between community structures and local government. For many residents, the question remains: who really controls access to opportunity? And until that question is answered with clarity and transparency, the tensions in Sansabani are unlikely to ease anytime soon. The role of Horizon Media is to publish both sides and to give our viewers the opportunity to form their own opinions. Transnet has never responded to our media inquiries.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Helen. From the heart of Cape Town to stages beyond my wildest dreams, my journey has always been shaped by passion, creativity, and courage. In the April edition of Horizon magazine, I will share more about my story, from my earliest influences musically, as well as pursuing my purpose as an artist. Join me where I share more about the challenges and the highs and the moments that has really defined my path.
The Northern Cape Police Management has noted with concern an increase in commercial crimes, particularly online scams and fraud. Against this backdrop, members of the public are urged to observe and practice the following safety tips to avoid becoming victims of these crimes. Always be suspicious of deals that seem too good to be true. Always exercise extreme caution when purchasing goods online. Use only reputable websites and always verify all details before making any payment. Unscrupulous fraudsters often lure unsuspecting victims through false advertisements and misleading offers. Be cautious when making payments via electronic transfers or cash deposits before viewing the goods in person. Whenever possible, conclude transactions in person only after verifying the seller's identity and contact details. Remain alert to persons walking closely behind you, as scammers may use devices to scan or tap bank cards kept in back pockets or easily accessible places. Never share your banking details, card information or PIN with anyone. Do not disclose or read out your PIN number to any person. Members of the public are further warned to be vigilant of imposters and fraudsters who falsely claim to be police officers, pastors, recruitment officials, or government representatives offering interviews or employment opportunities. Online fraud and scams are deceptive by nature and often involve misleading information intended to trick victims into making payments for goods or services that do not exist. In the event of extortion or related incidents, such matters can be reported to the National Extortion Hotline on 0800 911 011.